Yeah, that is our first win, isn't it? I didn't even think about that. Definitely our first win for BGT. It's fantastic. It was a lot of work, a little bit of luck, a lot of bad luck, but it just all evened out in our favor. So we ended up top step of the podium. Fantastic.
It was a race full of mistakes and all that sort of thing. So very slightly surprised, very happy to have crossed the line in first place. I think before the race, we thought we could do it, but obviously with the mistakes that we made it hard for ourselves. But just kept my head down, didn't worry about things, and things paid off in the end.
I started the race in P2, ran P3 the whole race. A lot of yellow, a lot of carnage. Right at second and third. He and I were duking back and forth, exchanging first, second, and third place for the whole lap before I went in. Went in, and then Matt went out in third. The problem was that we were released a little bit early. So again, a little error cost us a stop and go penalty.
You've quickly got to get the fact you've got a penalty out your head. You've just got to deal with the fact you've got the penalty, pull in the pits, get back out, and then just drive as if you hadn't had it as quickly as you can, as consistently as you can, to just continue with the race. You can't let red mist descend or anything like that, because it's just detrimental to the effort. With the slightly spitting rain, I wasn't aiming to get the best out. I wasn't able to get the best out of the new tyres. So there was that slight advantage taken away from me, which drivers who pitted later didn't manage to fall foul of. Caught a Ferrari who I battled with for quite a long while, and who was driving, to be honest, I wasn't particularly impressed with. When I heard the Ferrari had damage and may have to stop, to be honest, I thought the gap was still too big even with a pit stop for them. So I wasn't really thinking about that. I was just trying to consolidate the gap to the car behind me, because obviously with our second penalty he'd closed up a fair bit. Just being as fast as I could, try and pull away from the car behind, and luckily that was fast enough to catch the Ferrari when he was in the pits. I was alongside him as he was coming out the pit lane, so it was slightly around the outside at the first corner. I wasn't too sure how close he was to me. And then after that it was back to the finish line for the flag.
Running right in the pit to leader and not have to do another lap.
That was hard. That was well observed. Oh, guys, man! Alright, let's go get my trophy. Oh my God.
come straight here. We did a bit of a test before, which I think I did 3 or 4 laps in that, and then that was it. So it felt like coming here fresh. So then in the morning we had some problems with the car. We sorted all those out. Tyres were very old. So I think we made a bit of a mistake, us as in our car, that we should have gone out on some really good rubber to get a confidence level where we are for qualifying. Because in the race, they do drop off, but they sort of stay there. So it's all like, what the point? We might as well go straight into it on the best tyres we've got available and build from a confidence point of view. Because in qualifying, I had to go straight out in qualifying, made some mistakes, didn't realise how much grip there was. We put another set on and I went instantly a lot quicker. Having looked at it, I could have gone quicker again. So I think it's all part of learning, I guess. You know.
One of the good bits about being over the pit lane, as we are in the box at Snetterton, is that you're just about in the right place for where the cars can accelerate away over the white line, and you get this great engine note coming.
We had a really good race, quite a lot of attrition. I went out and did the first stint and it went very well. I think I managed to take 3 places. I managed to go up the inside into the first hairpin, so it was good, and then it kind of balanced out. You know, I mean, everybody's relatively fair, and it's pretty competitive, but very fair. It started raining quite heavily towards the end of that first stint, but there wasn't any loss of grip. You know, I thought that it was in your mind, though, clearly. The key was making sure that we brought it home after the first stint. You know, the car's always going to be quick at the end of the race, and I think we showed that today.
I think this is the first time I've driven the car for more than, I don't know, 6-7 laps, I guess. So to do an hour and 10 minutes in it straight off the bat, I was too conservative in running speed, I think, because I wasn't sure how long the tyres would last. You know, we've always talked about cars like deteriorating with tyres and one thing or another. So for me, it was a really good lesson learned that I need to go, I can go harder, a lot harder than I was. So I think that's the thing, and I think for the team to have come 1st and 5th is great.
49 of Freddie Nordstrom, 21 seconds up of the 8th.
There was a couple of cars in front of me which I was catching and I overtook, and then they went into the pit stop window time, so some cars were coming out on cold tyres, so I had to, I think one of the Astons was on cold tyres as I caught him, and then I dived down the inside, and I don't know why he just sort of shut the door right on the side of my car, so whether he thought I was going to wait longer for him or what, I don't know, but I wasn't. So he then hit the side of me, and then he went off, and then we got going again. But I think the biggest thing is, biggest lesson learned is that over an hour and 10 minutes, I can push a lot harder. The tyres got to a level, and when they got to that level, they stayed there. So I've just got to understand that, I think. It's sort of like a rewind now, because you go to Brands, and Brands is different to when I raced there, so we'll just start again. So hopefully, at Brands, the key thing to take from here is hit the ground running and make the most of the opportunity. So hopefully the weather's good.
Another double race, 2-hour race. So we will now be penalized 25 seconds in our pit stop, which is actually a benefit compared to what we got penalized on this one. So the way it works out as a percentage of the total race, it's an advantage for us for winning. So we'll have a 25-second penalty. We'll take that, and we're going to Brands for 2 hours. Awesome.
I would just like to say that obviously our first win has come after possibly the hardest first 4-5 months of the year that any race team could wish for. We've had loads of damage to the car, bent chassis at the last race and this race, and the guys managed to repair it constantly. 3:30 in the morning they've been up to repairing the car at times, and it's nice when it finally pays off, so a big thank you to the team.